Okay, so we're going to take our Cornell notes, and so what you have to do is first go into your email, right? And then you click on this Rubik's Cube, and then you go into Drive. All right? So once you go into Drive, what you gotta go into is my classroom folder, as you can see. And then we're going to find Choi Math 1, Period 1, because this is Period 1. Okay? And once you go in there, remember our template, your last name, first initial, and then Cornell Note template. I want you to just go ahead and click on it. And this should always be blank. And if for some reason you wrote on this and you don't have it, you need to come see me after school so I could help you find another template or create one, right? So then what you're going to go do is click on File, and then click on Make a Copy. And again, I'm recording this. It's going to be on Haiku, so if you are lost today, you can go back. So go ahead and change the title. You're going to put your last name, first initial, and then I want you to put, instead of Cornell Notes 1, 2, 3, and 4, I want us to now have a title, because at the end of the semester, you're going to search for things. So then, you're going to put Quadratic Basics, okay? Because we're going to do Quadratic Basics today. Okay, so last name, first initial, Quadratic Basics, and then click on OK. And then, so what you do next is you click on this folder right here. I know some of your Chromebooks are slow, but just try your best. Let's focus. So click on the folder, and then you will see that there's a check mark next to Drive, right? So then I want you to find your classroom folder and make sure that the check mark is not next to classroom. Click on the triangle, okay? And then make sure that the check mark is next to my folder, which is Choi Math 2, Period 1, like that. Okay? Everybody should know how to do this by now, okay? This is already like way past the 6 weeks mark. And then click on Move. So now you have the correct title of the document and everything is normal. So now let's go ahead and put your name. Well, my name happens to be Princess Choi. The date today is September 30th. Okay. And my topic today is quadratics. Quadratic Basics. Okay. And this is Period 1. Alright. I'm going to just pause for now because all the other stuff is now basic stuff. Okay, so I just put in my essential question, what are the basic parts of a quadratic equation? And so what I want you to do is go into my Haiku page, and how do you do that? You go into your email, click on the Rubik's Cube, scroll all the way down and click on Haiku Learning, right? So then I click on that and bam, I went into Haiku Learning, my page right here. So then now let me show you exactly where the online textbook is, okay? You scroll down, because this is a new unit, so this is not the same as the one you downloaded last time. So there you go. If you click on Quadratic Functions 2, you see that right here? So click on it, Quadratic Functions 2.
Are you recording this, Choi?
And so then, you're going to see your textbook down here. Okay? So you click on it, then it's going to download into your files, okay? And look at the title carefully, because last time when you downloaded it said Section 2 Module 1, Mod 1. This time it's going to say Section 2 Mod 2, because this is Module 2. And guys, pretty much we're gonna be focusing on this one module until the end of the semester. But our first test is going to be when? Next Friday, okay? So make sure you click on it, and you should have the textbook like this over here. And then I want you to go down to the page where we worked on things together. And that was page number 6. Remember all of this? You have to finish this for homework, question number 1 through 6. Okay? And then now, shh. What I want you to do is I want you to do a screenshot of number 6. Okay? So how do we do a screenshot? You gotta click on Shift, and then here, if you go into my Haiku page and go into useful web pages or something like that, useful videos, if you click on that, it shows you right here. to take a screenshot on your Chromebook. What does it say? Control Shift and then these little squarey things. So if you click on all those, then you can go ahead and just highlight that area, and so you don't have to crop. Okay, so there you go. Let's go to my textbook, and I'm going to use the method. Okay, it was Shift, Control, and then the little squarey things, and then you gotta cut off that area. Okay, so here you go. That's what I'm doing right now. Ooh, I just took a screenshot, and now I'm gonna go back, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on Insert, Hush Babies, Insert, Image, and then now I gotta choose an image to upload, right? Okay. So then for you is usually the very top one. For me, I have to like search for it. So then bam, I got it, right? Okay. So then I'm gonna go ahead and copy the other questions that I want down here. So I'm gonna go back to the textbook. And then I wanna copy question number 7, 8, 9, and 10. You see what I'm doing right here? Control, copy, Control C, and then Control V. Oh no, it looks weird. So now I gotta clean this up. So hopefully it won't look so nasty for you. I'm gonna pause because I have to clean this up. Okay, so now we have the graph, we have the essential question, right? And we have questions number 7 through 10. I just got done trying my best to clean it up. It still looks kind of nasty, but I'm good with this, okay? So let's take a look at number 7. It says, what connection exists between the coordinates of the vertex and the equation of the axis of symmetry, right? Okay, so what connection exists between the coordinates of the vertex and the equation of the axis of symmetry? So I want you to look at the graph over here. And in addition to that, I want you to look at the board around you, okay? So in this graph, it's just a graph. We didn't mark the vertex and we did not mark our axis of symmetry. We did it on paper, but we didn't do it on our digital Cornell notes, okay? So now tell me, let's answer number 7 by looking at the boards, okay? What is the connection between the coordinates of the vertex and the equation of the axis of symmetry? What did you notice, guys? Look around. Who can tell me? What is the relationship between the vertex and the axis of symmetry? Raise your hand. Can anybody tell me? What is the relationship between the vertex and the axis of symmetry? Yay! Good job. The vertex is always on the axis of symmetry, right? So we're going to go ahead and write that. And again, what did I say? I want you to always change your color when you write your answer, okay? Okay, so now I want you to go ahead and answer question number 8. Okay, so now let's take a look at question number 8. It says, look back at number 6 and try to find a way to find the exact value of the coordinates of the vertex, right? So then let's take a look at this graph over here. I know that my vertex is going to be like right here, right smack in between 1 and 2 for my x value. And for my y value is going to be -3, okay? So I'm going to put that down. I know, and then I'm going to change my color because this is my answer, obviously, right? So I know that my answer is that 1.5, comma, -3, okay? Because what I have to do is I always have to first find my x value by going up, and then I have to find my y value by going to the left, okay? And that's how I got 1.5, comma, -3. But then it says, try to find a way to find the exact value of the coordinates of the vertex. And then try and do the same with question number 1 through 5. And we're not going to do that. We're just going to look at number 6. How do you think Miss Choi got the x value of 1.5, even though I wasn't quite sure? I want you to think about this, and then I want you to write a sentence for me. But for now, I have to move on to number 9 because I only have 5 minutes left. So then it says, how many x-intercepts can a parabola have? I want you to look around the classroom, and I want you to write down the answer for you, right? For yourself. And then number 10 says, sketch a parabola that has no x-intercepts and explain what has to happen for a parabola to have no x-intercepts. We got to finish this in 5 minutes because we have to finish our project today. Okay? All right. So I'm going to come back. Okay, so as a class together, we came out with the answer for number 8 and 9. we said our vertex is at 1.5 comma negative 3 by looking at this graph right here. And then we said that the x value of the axis of symmetry is in the middle of the two x-intercepts, but when there's only one x-intercept, the x-intercept is the x value of the vertex. And we came up with this by looking at all the graphs that we drew on the board today for our warm-up, okay? And question number 9, according to all the graphs we looked at, we noticed that there could be 2, 1, or 0 x-intercepts. So we went ahead and put that information. It is so unfortunate because I cannot put a picture of the board for you over here. But if you look around, you can see it in the classroom right now. Now, for question number 10, we have to insert a drawing because we have to sketch a parabola that has no x-intercepts. Okay? So then what we have to do is go into insert. Let's go into insert and then click on drawing. And we did this before, right? So insert and then drawing. And then, so now what we have to do is we have to draw a parabola. Let's see if we have a parabola here somewhere. Can we find it for me?
Found it.
You know what? I'm just going to use this one. I think that would be good, yeah? Curve up arrow. I think that looks really good. Okay, so there you go. Ooh, that's a really good parabola. Alright, and then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use a line right here, because I have to draw my x and my y intercept. So if we don't wanna y intercept, then we gotta, if we don't want an x intercept, we gotta make sure what? That the graph does not touch the x line, right? So I gotta make sure that my x line is like way down here. There you go, and I am done, right? Was that cool or what? Okay, I really like it. So I'm gonna save and close. And oh my goodness, this big picture showed up. I think it's too big. I'm going to make it smaller. Okay, let me see. That's still kind of really big, but that's okay. It's like at the next page. Let's make it a little bit smaller just because I feel uncomfortable. Okay, there you go. So then that was the answer for question number 10. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to see if I can make this a little bit smaller to fit it in the other page. There you go, I did it. Okay, so now it's small enough to actually fit in the same page. Just because I think it's better if I could see everything in one page. Okay. So there you go. It says sketch a parabola that has no x-intercept, and we know this. How did we know this? Because the graph is not touching the x-line at all. Okay? And then explain what has to happen for a parabola to have no x-intercept. So what are you going to write for your answer? Let's change the color into red. And you just gotta say what? What, Mark? What happened? You're missing this? Okay, so then okay, so we are done with Cornell notes for today. I just wanted to make sure that you understand all this stuff. Now, homework, guys, homework. Homework is obviously all this Cornell notes and the left column notes and your summary. But on top of that, do you remember what we took notes in pencil and paper? Remember that? What did we learn that day? We learned what the vertex is, the maximum, the minimum, and all that stuff, right? I want you to go back to this drawing in number 10. And I want you to label everything. Go ahead and tell me what the vertex is, what the axis of symmetry is. Okay? Is your vertex a minimum or a maximum? And I want you to go ahead and put that all in the drawing. And how are you going to do that? You got to go back in there. But I'm out of time, so I can't really show you how to do it, okay? So I'm going to stop my lesson right here, okay? But we are not done with the lesson. I'm just done with the recording, okay?